From Jack the Ripper to Jeffrey Dahmer, history's most infamous serial murderers share a common trait. They're overwhelmingly male. In fact, more than 90% of known serial killers throughout modern history are men. That's not a coincidence. It's a reflection of something deeper. What drives this disturbing pattern? Is it biology, culture, psychology, or something darker that lies beneath the surface of male identity? In this video, we'll break down the science, the statistics, and the psychological theories behind why serial killing is so heavily dominated by men, and what that says about violence, control, and human nature itself. First, we have to look at aggression and biology. On average, men have higher levels of testosterone, a hormone linked to dominance, aggression, and risk-taking behavior. While testosterone doesn't cause someone to kill, it does influence traits that, when combined with certain psychological conditions, may raise the risk for violent behavior. Second, socialization and gender norms play a massive role. From a young age, boys are often taught to suppress emotions like sadness or vulnerability, while aggression is tolerated or even encouraged. Emotional suppression can evolve into resentment, detachment, or a need for control, all traits commonly seen in serial offenders. Then there's psychopathy and personality disorders. While not all psychopaths are killers, many serial killers exhibit psychopathic traits: lack of empathy, manipulativeness, grandiosity, and a shallow emotional life. Studies have found that psychopathy is more commonly diagnosed in men, or at least more easily identified, due to how men externalize these traits, often through violence or domination. Another factor is sexual violence and control. Many serial killings, particularly those committed by men, involve sexual elements or a desire for dominance. For some male offenders, murder becomes a way to assert control, act out fantasies, or relive trauma. These killings aren't always about rage. They're often cold, calculated, and ritualistic. There's also evolutionary psychology to consider. Some researchers argue that male aggression evolved as a way to compete for status, territory, or mates. And while modern society discourages violence, those ancient drives may still influence extreme behavior in certain individuals. But what about women? Are there female serial killers? Yes, but they're rarer, and they often kill differently. Female serial killers tend to use more covert methods like poisoning, and are often motivated by money, revenge, or perceived mercy. Their crimes are less likely to be sexually motivated and far less publicized. That doesn't mean they're less dangerous, just less visible in the narrative we tell. So why are serial killers almost always men? Well, it's not just one cause, it's really a perfect storm. There are biological predispositions, societal expectations, psychological disorders, and, in some cases, trauma or abuse. The pattern isn't just about being male, it's about how being male interacts with a very dark set of internal and external factors. Understanding this doesn't excuse the crimes. It actually helps us predict, prevent, and protect, because the question isn't just, why are serial killers men? The deeper question is, what makes someone cross the line from fantasy into murder? And honestly, that question we're still trying to answer. So why are serial killers almost always men? It's not a single cause, it's a complex mix of biological factors, psychological disorders, social conditioning, and, in some cases, deep personal trauma. While being male doesn't make someone a killer, the way masculinity is shaped, expressed, and sometimes distorted can contribute to a dangerous convergence of traits. Understanding this pattern isn't about placing blame, it's about insight. Because the better we understand the roots of extreme violence, the more equipped we are to recognize early warning signs, challenge harmful norms, and build a society that doesn't ignore the dark corners of the human mind. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and stay safe.